You mentioned last week the world sort of threw off your training schedule and all. Now that the dual meets have started, things back to normal, things on schedule, as far as training goes. And various
yeah, 100%. Definitely when the season's rolling, that's where we have the most stability and structure in our jobs and what we do, because we're just here. We, have a dual meet or two each week, and we just know where we're going to be. And so it's good to get going and back in the routine of things. So, we're excited to compete again and just find out where we were last week and just kind of develop and learn and grow as we go along and get better as the season progresses.
If I counted accurately, you took 22 guys to Army last year. Is that something similar this week?
I think we have 20 spots, because I think maybe the tournament's a little bit bigger, but yeah, pretty sure we have 20 spots. But yeah, so.
Speaking of worlds, did that, coming off the back of that, influence your decision at 157? Yeah, in between PJ and Jeff.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're just getting started, right? We just need to get some matches in. We have some really good guys there, obviously. At 57, Joe Seeley he's outstanding. He's one of the best wrestlers in the country for sure. Very committed, hardworking, talented. Just a great kid. So we feel really confident in him wrestling for us. And we're planning on PJ wrestling this week, and we'll go from there and just kind of see how things play out.
What did you take away from Cole's win against Oklahoma?
I think he's really good at what he does, and I think he's just going to keep getting better. I think if you saw some of our guys, the first match of the season, folkstyle, maybe they're holding back a little bit more than they needed to. Maybe that's nerves, just experience. So, we fully look forward to and expect our guys just to keep improving, and obviously technique, the way they compete, and approach, attitude, everything. That's just kind of part of the fun. So yeah, happy with Cole. Wrestled a tough kid and a tricky kid. He's really good at what he does, and I thought he controlled the match and did a nice job. And he's just going to keep getting better.
Is there an ongoing battle at heavyweight?
Well, again, same with all the weight classes. Black Knight Open's always a deciding factor, and then depending on how things go there, then we'll figure out what we're going to do. If there's a next step, or if there needs to be a next step in all weight classes.
You said you found some things you guys need to work on after the Oklahoma goal. What was maybe a couple of those things that you feel as a coaching staff that you need to work on?
Just transitioning into folk style a little bit, and just got to be a little tighter on positions, finishes. Getting more mat wrestling in. We just spent so much time wrestling freestyle. It's completely different, right? Freestyle, you can't roll around. You're not dive rolling on ankles because you're giving up points when you do that. So just make some minor adjustments, but our guys are ready to go. I mean, like we always think, if the national tournament's tomorrow or next week, we're ready.
What's the plan for Army Black Knight Invitational? How many wrestlers do you intend to take?
Well, we have 20 spots, so we're taking all 20, and for the most part, it's 2 per weight. That's kind of what they gave us.
What do you want to see from there as far as, is that a good gauge of conditioning before you're getting 3-4 matches in?
Yeah, just get matches in, just compete, right? Just kind of, we want to just, practice competing the way we want to compete. That's just with enthusiasm, hustle. Just go do your thing, score points, whatever that means to each individual. But yeah, just get it going, and it's the name of the game is just keep getting better, right? And that's what we want to do.
Is Josh Barr on track to come back to the mat?
He is close. He won't be wrestling this weekend though, so he's getting close.
Did you get a chance to watch any of the national duels, whether that's a live or recap?
Yeah, I watched a couple matches, not complete duels, but a few matches when I had a chance. And yeah, it was really good wrestling. Cool event. But yeah, it looked like a lot of fun.
How much do you guys feel your routine kind of helps year in and year out? Because I mean, it's kind of like every single year it seems like for the past several years it's been a duel. We'll go to the Black Knight. We'll have a couple more goals for break, and then because Big Ten gets kicked off. So how much does routine maybe play for you guys as a coaching staff to keep these guys fresh and ready, to peak in March?
I mean, you just kind of learn as you go, and then at the same time you kind of know whatever comes, you deal with it, and you're gonna go compete to the best of your ability. So I mean, there's obviously some planning and some scheduling, but at the same time just being ready and excited to compete. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously we're the same staff, and we haven't really changed a whole lot. We don't vary outside of one thing that makes what we do enjoyable is that you have to no 2 years are the same. You're continuing to learn and grow as a staff, as people, and you're trying to help your kids do the same thing. You're just trying to learn something new every day and finding a new way to do something or a better way, and so that's what we enjoy and really value in our program.
How do you balance that? Because you mentioned routine and the importance of it, but then learning and growing. So how do you know when it's time to change something, and how do you know when you should stick to your routine?
Yeah, I think routine is important, but I mean life isn't really that routine. So your confidence comes in just knowing that you're ready to go, and that you're doing your very best, that you're consistent. You know what you value, you know what you stand for. I think that's the most important thing, and that's where the confidence and the consistency comes from. If our schedule changes or there's ups and downs along the way, obviously in college sports, just what happens on the mat or in the wrestling room is just a very small part of what's really going on, and so you just every day you just give it your best effort, and you know what you value, what you stand for, and just sleep well at night, sticking true to your principles.
As a coach, how excited are you maybe to see some of these guys like Nate Desmond, PJ, some of these guys to hit the mat for folk style here?
Yeah, I love watching these guys wrestle. They're a lot of fun. Sitting back, Oklahoma, any match is just, we're in here all the time. Obviously great competitors. You recruit kids that you think really fit into your culture. But, every time you step out on the mat or you compete, you have to make a decision on, how you're going to compete. And it's fun as a coaching staff. We spend so much time with them. But they still have to make a decision on who they are and, how they're going to go out there and, take care of business or not. And it's fun to see them step up in those big moments, and that's our job obviously, is to help them be ready for those big moments. But it's their career. It's up to them to see how they choose to compete.
How much time off for Thanksgiving this year?
Just the standard. A couple days. We like to give our guys time to enjoy the holidays and be normal people, right? So. Probably not enough time to get home to California, but enough time to drive a few hours back and forth. So,
just double checking because he did wrestle through. How's Levi? A little bit of a scare there.
Yeah. It was scary. He was he was alert obviously right away, and I was just listening. That's a trainer doctor situation, but he was they determined that he was ready to roll, and he went out there and got a great match in and finished strong. But yeah, he's rolling right through it. He's doing well.
Any chance Arno's going to wrestle this weekend?
No,
okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I think he has some event he has to go home and wrestle in Japan in December. So he's preparing for that right now. Just part of continuing. Different countries have different timelines, and their national team qualifiers are in December, I think. So that's kind of what he's getting ready for.
Is it accurate to say no one is unattached this weekend? Everybody.
No one unattached. Yeah, it's just one of those situations where we can only take who we can take. It's the same kind of deal with the red shirts, and the rules all apply. So yeah, everyone is attached. If they wrestle and they're a first-year true freshman, then it counts as a day. Yes.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate it. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.